Welcome back. We're on episode 28 now. 28th episode of
28.
the Random Thoughts Podcast. I'm the co-host, Isaac, with...
You don't have to introduce yourself. They know who you are.
What if they don't know us?
They should.
They better.
If they don't know, then they don't have to listen.
Then fuck them.
Exactly.
What's the first thing we're talking about today, Mr. Host?
Why do ships sink so easily?
Because they're in water.
Right. But, like, you ever see those videos where they got the big ships and then, like, a bigger wave comes and then all the water gets on there and it, like, pulls the front down?
Like the Deadliest Catch
Yeah.
type of ships?
Like, it bobs back up. I feel like that's just not a good design, you know? Could they like, there has to be something that they could do.
Something better?
Bigger walls?
Bigger walls? That might work.
Don't go in super deep water like that.
Just avoid it altogether?
Yeah, like, I get that it's a ship, but what do you need a ship for? Like, what is the point of having a cargo ship?
To ship cargo?
What about a cargo plane?
You could just fly over the storms then.
Less efficient and more bad for the environment? Probably. But oh well.
Cargo ships are cheap as fuck, though.
That's why they sink so easily.
That might be the problem.
It's definitely a problem.
What would you do to solve that problem? You're the new ship master.
I would build a bigger wall on the outside of the ship. And maybe I would put, like, spikes on it so then the waves would see that there's spikes on it and the waves don't want to get spiked.
So they would avoid the wall.
And then,
spikes.
exactly.
Why hasn't anyone done this yet?
Because they're stupid.
They are stupid.
I just don't have the money to buy a ship and build spikes. I don't know, but, like, there has to be something better. Like, can't they put, like, a sharp edge? Not sharp. But, you know, like almost... So here's the wall. Like, it comes up, and then it kind of angles out, and that would, like, split the wave and make some of it go under. Like, most of it would go under, and some of it would still go over, but it wouldn't be as much.
I don't even understand how those ships stay afloat like that. Like, when they're in the giant waves.
And they weigh a lot.
Yeah.
Is it just because there's air in there?
I don't know enough about, what is that,
Dude,
physics, science?
I don't know about boats.
Buoyancy?
How do boats stay afloat? Let me Google that.
Like, I can understand, like, how a canoe stays afloat.
Yeah, because it weighs nothing.
I'm not stupid enough to comprehend that. But, like, a giant boat? I don't fucking know.
A cruise ship displacement, and the amount of water equivalent to its own mass, the pressure of the sea pushes up against the vessel. So basically, there's a bunch of less dense air in it than water. But still, that doesn't make sense. Like,
it doesn't, because, like, you put things in water, they're supposed to sink.
Not all things, though.
Most things.
Like, if you put a balloon underwater, it's gonna
But a balloon doesn't weigh anything.
Right. But also, did you know that bowling balls float on water?
I've heard that before.
But
What makes them float?
I don't know, because are they hollow on the inside? I didn't think that they were.
No. Maybe they have, like... What do bowling balls have inside of them?
I don't know. How do bowling balls float in water? All bowling balls under 12 pounds float because of their density. So maybe it's just a physics thing.
I don't know shit about physics.
Dude, same. I just don't get it. But if I put a tire Like if I put a wheel and tire in the ocean and it had so many pounds of air in it, would it float or would it sink because of how heavy it is?
It would float.
Are you sure?
I think it would. I feel like it would.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Well, how do you feel about cruise ships, like in general?
I think that they're stupid and that they're a death trap.
I wouldn't want to go on one. I think.
I think it would be cool. Like I enjoy being on a boat in the water,
Right.
but I think for that long,
That long, and you're stuck with like the type of people who go on cruises.
true.
That's not a demographic I want to be a part of.
And I've seen the Titanic.
Yeah, and everyone's seen Titanic. We know how that ends.
Not good. I would be that asshole who fuck the women, fuck the children. I'm getting on that boat first. On like the lifeboat. I don't give a fuck about you
You'd be
guys.
pushing your way through the crowd.
Uh-huh. Like I'm not trying to drown to death or freeze in the water.
Just to be like noble. Do
Yeah.
the right thing.
Yeah, fuck that.
Fuck them kids.
What about like so there's an orphanage and then right next to it there's like an animal shelter and they're both on fire. Where are you going to save the most amount of lives? Are you going to run into the orphanage or the animal shelter?
I'm like an equal distance away from both of them, right?
Yes, like we'll say there's 30 animals and 30 orphans, and it's guaranteed that you can get all from one building out, and then all of the other ones in the other building die.
How old are these orphans?
Just to put it on your mind, I'll say like 2 to 6.
Okay. Because I feel like 2 to 6, those, like, they can still have normal lives.
Mm-hmm.
But if they were like 15 or like teenagers.
They already lived their life.
Yeah. They're in the system. There's no coming back for them. If it's 2 to 6, I would save the kids. If the kids were 10 and up, I might save the animals.
What if they're all 9, but all of their birthdays are tomorrow?
Animals.
Okay, so but like overall answer, you're going with orphans?
If they're young enough, yeah.
Fuck that. I hate kids, hate people. I'll save the animals. I don't care.
Well, what kind of animals?
I'm just thinking like your generic, like if you go to Hawes, you know, like good mixture of cats, dogs. There might be like a couple of guinea pigs or rabbits, but mostly cats and dogs.
If the kids are young enough, I'm saving the kids.
Why?
Because I feel like they can, I don't know, like they're not destined for failure yet.
But neither are the animals. You gotta think though, like kids. I don't know how to say this. Kids are kind of useless.
Yeah, but
There's a reason that they're in there.
if they're young enough, like they still might get adopted to like a decent family. But if they're like over 10, if they're like 13, what 13-year-old is getting adopted? Not many of them.
There's a TikTok family that I watch, the Doherty Dozen. Are you familiar?
I'm not.
It's this mom and dad, and they've now adopted 12 kids. All ranging from like, I think the youngest is like, I think the youngest is theirs maybe, and it's like 3 or 4, all the way up to I think their oldest is 16 or 17. This time last year, they just adopted like a set of like a brother and sister. They were like 13 or 14, I think.
What if they're just doing it for the clout, though?
They might be, but it's working. They've got a big following on TikTok.
Like, what if they just treat the kids like shit, but they're just doing it for those sweet, sweet TikTok views?
They might, dude. They're at 5.9 million followers. They have 200, almost 300 million likes. And then their videos kind of range between like 240,000 to like 1.4, 1.5
I don't
million.
know. I always get skeptical when I see stuff like that. Like, I feel like those people are bad people deep down.
Well, if you think about it though, like, so she does like her weekly grocery haul shopping, and every week it's like $4,000 she's spending. Which, like, I know you get money from adopting kids, and you can like write them off on your taxes, or I don't know,
Something like that, yeah.
exempt them, or you know. But like, how much money are you actually getting? And as far as I know, that's all that she does. Like, her main job is social media. I don't know what the dad does. But also, when does it come abuse?
That's a good
Because, like,
question.
there's no way that you have a single house with 13 individual rooms for the parents to sleep in and then one for each kid. So they're all sharing a room.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, what if they, like, just throw the kids in the basement and then pull them out to, like, make TikToks?
They might. I don't know. It's weird. And like, why would you want that many kids? That's a lot of responsibility. I think the parents are like in their 40s. Like I said, their youngest is like between 3 and 5. So in 15 years, yeah, I think like the mom is like 40 to 45. So in 15 years, you're going to be 55,
They're gonna be, like, 55 to 60 when the kid's an
right,
adult.
with an 18-year-old. And then the oldest one is like 16. So he'll be like 30, which that age gap isn't bad, but like how are you going to keep up with them for the rest of your life?
Yeah, being like a 50-year-old with a teenager.
And they try to be inclusive, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. They have a set of twins. They're both black. And they're 5 or 6. Maybe actually I think they might be like 7 or 8 now. And then they have their own other kid who is also the same age as them, and I think they were born in the same month. So they call them the triplets. Two of them are black. The other one is, I mean, he's paler than you are. And it's like I said, like, I get it, you want to be inclusive. That's fine. You're teaching your kids not to see color or whatever. But I just think that's weird to
That is,
call them the triplets.
yeah.
Like, just because they're the same age doesn't
It doesn't
make them
triplets,
triplets.
really.
And like their birthdays, dude. Oh my god, I am jealous.
They got good birthdays.
Birthday for her 13-year-old. She bought him an Apple Watch. Oh, okay, hold on. She bought him a pair of Jordans. At the Apple store, she got him an Apple Watch, AirPod Pros, not even the cheap ones. At a sports store, she got him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, like sweatpant and hoodie combos. Another pair of sweatpants, a couple of t-shirts, a hat, pair of socks, Party City, she just got all the supplies for him. But it's like, how much are you spending? Like $1,000 per kid?
That is a lot of
That's
money.
for her 13-year-old. For the 16-year-old, she got him a gaming computer, monitor, mouse, a whole ass desk, which is $170 right there. Target, she got him some stuff, just like decorations. Uh, Nissan Altima,
I was gonna say I'm waiting for the car.
uh, a newer Altima at that. It's just kind of wild. Would you adopt kids?
I think I would,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I feel like there's something weird about adopting like older kids.
Why? Because they already have like a set mindset that you might not be able to get them out of.
Maybe it's that. I don't know. I mean, you gotta get them when they're young so you can brainwash them.
I'm gonna call Chris Hansen. I don't know. I feel like it's weird. Like I feel like the only way I would do it if like my siblings or Danielle's siblings died, and then like we adopted their kid.
Right, like adopting your nephew or
Right.
cousin or something like that.
Yeah. But I don't know about other people's kids. I just feel like you can't love them the way that you would love your own kids.
I feel like it'd be weird if you have your own kids and you adopt kids.
Yeah. And then who's the favorite?
Yeah.
Because if you pick the adopted one, that means you hate your own kids. But if you pick your own kids, then you don't love the adopted one.
I would be super scared to like have a favorite in that situation.
Yeah. Uh, you frequent TikTok, right?
A decent amount, a
Have
little
you
bit.
seen World of T-shirts?
Oh my god. Yeah. That guy.
He is on his villain arc right now, dude. He is becoming the Joker slowly but surely.
I remember him like it was like kind of when COVID started, like 2020, and then I deleted TikTok for like a year and a half. But then I got back on it and I saw him again, and I was like, "What the fuck happened to this guy?
Yeah.
He's gone off the deep end."
Have, so for those who don't know, I'm on like a really weird side of TikTok right now. It's full of like, which like maybe it's a good thing. I don't know, but it's like a bunch of like autistic and Down
The
syndrome. Like
fun side.
I'm very much like the disabled side of TikTok right now, and I don't know why or how to get out of it. And no matter what I do, I can't escape it. Um,
Maybe TikTok's trying to tell you something.
Fuck you. But have you seen Josh World of T-shirts? He's doing tours of New York now.
He's giving tours.
Yeah,
I want to take one of those
it's
tours.
$40, and he walks around like one of the districts that he hangs out in, and he goes to the bars and just gives some information about them, and hangs out on his phone the whole time. He doesn't really do a whole lot, and people pay for it. And then he also says that if you don't pay and you follow the group, then he's going to ban you from being able to go on the tours.
That's effective.
But what if I'm just walking through New York and there's a big crowd there and I just happen to be going the same way? Like, because in New York, if you live there, you don't drive, right? That's kind of like the gist of it.
I think so. Yeah.
Like, you pretty much just walk everywhere.
Unless you're like rich, rich.
Right. So it's like if I have to walk 6 blocks from my apartment to wherever I'm going, and you're covering the 6 block radius.
Nah, you're gonna get banned. He's gonna ban you.
You've heard his TikTok or his Tinder joke, right?
I don't think I have.
He goes up to people. This joke is so worn out and stupid. He goes, I went on Tinder like one does, and I got banned. What does that mean? And then the other person goes, banned, and he's like, banned, but I don't have a guitar or drums.
Oh God.
That's how he opens his tour.
That's how he opens
The
it.
like code to like sort of verify that you're part of the group is he says the joke and you have to go banned. Yeah, it's really
That's kind of what I love about TikTok. There's so many like people who wouldn't be famous on any other app. People who shouldn't be famous.
yeah, but there's people like him who don't deserve to be famous.
No, like, do you know who Shadi Bay is?
No.
She shouldn't be famous. She like can barely read. She's kind of dumb, just stupid.
Sounds like me.
But she just goes on TikTok live and is like famous.
I don't get that either because to be able to go on TikTok live, you have to have like 1,000 followers, which on TikTok isn't a lot.
I don't feel like it is.
But I'll see some accounts that are live, and I'll go to their page, and they don't have 1,000 followers.
I don't know what that's about.
And like going back to Josh though, all he does is drink. He gets drunk every day, every night, throws up on his live, and then gets pissed off when people tell him to stop. And it's like, but he's not an alcoholic.
No?
No, he's made that very clear.
Didn't he get famous when he was like kind of young?
Yeah, I don't remember the exact age, but he just turned 21, I think, last year,
So he
and
probably got
then
famous when he was like 16 or 17.
probably 16 or 17. Yeah.
That's what blows my mind about TikTok.
Or like he'll be on the train, and you know how they have like the rails and the pole. He'll like have his TikTok sound blaring, and he'll just like go up to random people and like dance on them, and then like grab the poles on both sides and like pull himself up and flail his legs in the air and like jump on the pole and like he'll just jump to the top and then like slide down.
He's gonna get shot one day.
I'm surprised he hasn't been shot or robbed yet. And I'm not going to say that I wish it would happen, but I'm waiting for it to.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be surprised when he does.
Like I'm just waiting to see that TikTok of him in the hospital. Of course, he's gonna be making TikToks. Be like,
Obviously.
guys, I'm in the hospital. Someone shot and robbed me. Do you think TikTok should be banned? That's a hot topic right now.
No.
Why?
Why? Because it's just another stupid app.
I would agree. I think that it should be banned on like government
That I'm
phones
fine
and
with. Because if you're a senator, you don't need like. Why do you need any social media apps on your phone?
on your government phone. If you want to have it on your personal phone, whatever. But like, one, I feel like phones should like government phones and devices in general should just be locked down to where you can only access what you have to. But also like as an all these people are old. It's like
Yeah.
the youngest person in the government, probably like mid to late 40s, if that.
Yeah.
50.
I love when they have the hearings and they just like show their age.
Right, like
Like, what's a retweet?
well, and that too it's like asking, "Oh, does TikTok access your home Wi-Fi?" Well, yes, it can. That is a stupid question. I understand why they have to ask it though, because then the follow-up is, can TikTok access other devices on your home Wi-Fi? So it's like, if I'm using like my lights, I can tell Alexa to turn my lights on and off. So Alexa has access to other devices on my Wi-Fi, but also like what do I have in my house that TikTok is going to be able to access over my Wi-Fi that I should be concerned about?
Those lights.
If
TikTok's gonna hack the
if
lights.
TikTok puts my lights in party mode, I won't complain. I don't know. It's all silly. And then like to ban it though, I think is stupid. Did you see that they added a new category after that first day of the hearing or trial or whatever it was?
A new category.
Yeah. So now they have following and for you. Those have been there for a while, and then they have STEM.
See, I don't have that.
You don't.
No, I've seen other people have it. I don't have it. Yeah. See,
Weird.
I,
Oh,
don't,
you better like that video though.
I liked it. I don't have it yet. I don't know why.
I think I might be on the TikTok beta,
You must be special.
so that might be part of. Yeah, I am in the beta, so that might be part of it. But like, I do find it funny that after they're getting called out for just being a useless brain dead app that collects data, they add a learning category.
How is the learning kit? Like, is it actually informational?
Honestly, I haven't really explored it. How can space be curved? That's one video.
That sounds educational.
Looks pretty interesting. How animals sleep.
I'd say that's educational, kind of.
Elephants during the day they stand, and at night they plop down and look like they're just got massacred at the Jim Jones event. Giraffes stand up during the day, and then at night they lay down and flip their head onto their butt. Okay. This one is a guy mixing chemicals and showing a science experiment. This guy has ants. So like
I feel like it's just like super basic surface level.
it looks better, or I shouldn't say better, but it looks like it might actually add kind of a little bit of value to TikTok, but also how many kids are going to open up TikTok to watch science videos? That's like something that I do.
The nerds do.
Yeah. Like, do you know any kid, or even like when you were a kid, if you had TikTok after school, you just got out of school for however, what, 7, 8 hours?
Not me.
Okay, well, in fourth grade, Isaac. Um, yeah, you're in school for 7 or 8 hours. Then you want to open up TikTok on the bus on the way home. You want to watch some shitty Minecraft gameplay with Reddit Am I the Asshole commentary? Or do you want to watch some guy explaining how space is curved?
Yeah, I'm not watching the science videos.
Yeah. So I don't see that working out for them.
I feel like it appeases like the old people though.
Yeah, because they can say, look, we have this option. And same with like the parental controls.
Yeah.
I forget, like, I think they added a screen limit time for kids, so it's like 40 minutes to an hour or something like that. And so once they come up with that time, it gives a pop up saying you hit your screen limit for the day. Your options are to either close TikTok for the day and you're done, or dismiss this notification and continue to scroll. And it only pops up after you hit that initial screen time. It's not like after every 3 videos it pops up and annoys you until you just decide to get off the app. It's just the one time for that day. Hey, you should get off, but you can't. You don't have to.
That's effective. That'll work.
Like, shouldn't parental controls be something that the parents controls?
You would think
Maybe
so.
after that message comes up and the kid hits dismiss, you have to type in a passcode that the parent set up that ideally the kids wouldn't know.
It like actually takes you out of the app.
Right, actually do something about it.
You would think.
That is just a thought. I had another good point. I don't remember what it was though.
Damn it. We're gonna solve the TikTok problem.
We were. I don't remember what it was. Yeah, I don't know. Um, if I think about it, we'll come back to it. Why do people think that more bubbles equals more clean?
I have no idea why, but I do that. Like if I was to use a soap that didn't produce that many bubbles, I wouldn't feel as clean.
Right, or even like the toilet cleaners. Like they have the spray one for a reason because the commercials in 2001 had the little bubble guys racing around the toilet
Yeah,
bowl.
the little bubble guys.
But like, why? I don't get that. Does watering down and aerating your soap really make you feel better about it?
I guess. What is that like? A placebo effect?
I don't know because like to get the foaming hand soap, that's all it's doing is you get so you have your container, you get like an eighth of dish soap. The rest of it is water, and you have a pump that pushes air into it to make it foamy.
I don't know,
Whereas,
but I'm taking the foaming soap every day.
oh, I'm sure you are, but why not go with like the dish soap that just comes out that's regular, just gel dish soap?
Because it doesn't have the bubbles.
But it could. You just have to scrub to get the bubbles.
That's too much work. I want the bubbles there.
Do you think?
Instantly.
Do you think that people do that too, where they like spray it in there and they're like, "Oh, there's bubbles," and then they just like they spray their dish soap on their plate and they just rinse it off and then it's clean?
I feel like there's plenty of people who do.
You
Like
like
just bubbles being there makes them think that it's clean. Because bubbles equals clean.
but it doesn't. You had one. What's something bad and something good that you'd be famous for?
I know something good.
Saving kids from an orphanage?
No. Inventing something.
What would you invent?
I have no idea. But I feel like that like the inventor level of famous is a decent level of famous because you're not gonna get like swarmed.
What are we talking about, like inventor though? Like the people who go on Shark Tank and actually pitch the product that they invented? Or like Elon Musk inventing Tesla when all he did was buy 52% of the company and he
Not like
owns it?
that. Like I don't know, inventing a new.
So like Shark Tank level, like
I guess.
entrepreneurship sort of
I
inventing.
guess. Yeah, because then you're like you're still kind of famous, but you're not like celebrity famous. Which I don't think I'd want to be like celebrity famous.
No?
I
You
don't
want to be
think
able to
so.
walk into Target and just shop?
Yeah, maybe
Maybe
have like one
right, a
person.
couple of people are like, "Oh, you're the Scrub Daddy guy." That's cool.
Yeah, I'd want to be like that.
But I guess the Scrub Daddy guy now is basically he's the next Billy Mays, I feel like.
I don't even know who the Scrub Daddy guy
You've
is.
never seen him? He's kind of a dork. He really is. He's kind of odd. He has that infomercial guy just look to him. Like
Like the ShamWow guy.
if you were to describe an infomercial person to me, I've never seen an infomercial before. How would you describe them to me? What does he look like? What does he sound like?
Kind of like a high pitched voice, talks fast. He definitely has the shorter, like spiked up hair. Definitely a white guy.
What kind of shirt is he wearing?
Like a blue polo shirt.
Okay. Uh,
Khaki pants, too.
pretty close. Here's here's what he looks like.
He looks like an infomercial
The
guy.
only thing he doesn't have is the spiked up hair. And then here's a video of him talking. He just
A
he's
lot of adjectives.
uh-huh. He's got that voice that I don't want to say he's charismatic, but he's confident. Hi, Sleepyhead. She's listening to her book. So, what's something bad you would want to be known for? I wouldn't say famous. I don't think bad people are famous. They're
With it.
infamous.
Oh, okay. Technically,
Well, right, but like Dahmer, he's very well known. Everybody knows about him, but he's not famous.
maybe it should have been well known then.
Yeah.
Uh, I feel like I don't know. The first thing that pops in my head is like a drunk driving accident.
Really?
Like, oh, there's the guy that killed a whole family in a drunk driving accident. I don't think that'd be very fun.
That's what you want to go with? It could be anything, and you choose drunk driving?
Well, it's something bad. I don't know. That's my final answer.
Okay. I think I'm going to go for good. Good for the people, bad for the government. So it's kind of a two in one. I'm going like an Edward Snowden
A
style.
whistleblower?
Yeah.
What would you expose? What would you want to expose? The Illuminati? The Freemasons? The
No.
aliens?
I think it would just be.
Or just like basic war crimes?
I don't know, and that's kind of my issue because like Snowden already did like the internet security side of things, so that's covered. But like, what else is there in like the technology space that they have and they know that we don't? Or Area 51. That'd be wild.
You can do that, like the super advanced technology.
My issue though is that no one would believe me unless there was actual proof.
Yeah, you'd have to like actually have a
Which,
spaceship.
I mean, if I'm a whistleblower for the government, I probably have some sort of proof and evidence. But like, Bob Lazar.
Yeah,
I mean, everyone just looks at him and thinks that he's a psycho.
a lot of people do.
Because I mean, again, he's talking about anti-gravity devices and black holes that are contained in a glass ball that the government owns, and flying saucers that can just change direction and make no sound, and they can go invisible.
I want that stuff to be true.
But he also doesn't have like any proof. He just kind of says it, and
Yeah, he doesn't have like.
he's very like, trust me, bro.
He kind of is.
It's like, I don't really have any evidence for it, but I was there and I saw it. Like, what does he have other than Joe Rogan's podcast?
I don't know. I know, like when he first came out with it, they tried to say that he wasn't there at all. But that's kind of all he
My bad.
has. That he's like proven.
My hands were full. I'll take it out when we're done. Right, and I think he maybe still has like his ID badge or a picture of it.
Yeah, it's something with a picture of him being at the labs.
But like Photoshop, I don't know. Something like really bad that I would want to be known for. You already know. Going like serial killer. Maybe not. Maybe I would just like stalk people, like hardcore stalk them.
What would you like your calling card be?
I would probably. It depends though. Am I killing them or am I just stalking them? If I'm stalking them, I'm not leaving a calling card. If I'm killing them, I would have to figure out how. And then I would do something stupid for, like, just to leave there. Like the Joker leaves little Joker cards.
Yeah.
I'd probably take like, I don't know. I'd want it to be something like computer or technology related. Maybe maybe like an old like CPU or like the male and female USB connector parts.
Mm, leave those behind.
But just that, like just them connected and nothing, not like a wall brick and a cable, just like the tip of the cable and the inside of the.
Would you like hide them somewhere, or would you like leave them on top of the body?
I would probably shove it down their throat.
I feel like that'd be a good one.
Yeah.
Like I feel like the you'd get a cool nickname for doing that.
And then maybe like just for fun, leave like a gash along their forehead and kind of peel the skin down a little bit.
That's a nice little touch.
Yeah.
That'll set you apart.
Yeah.
Do something different.
I think that'd be cool. Ooh, or I could also just do like an NFC sticker and like stick it on their forehead. And then like you tap your phone to it and it would redirect you to like just something. That's gonna be it. I'm gonna be the Rickroll killer. Gonna have an NFC tag on their forehead. Tap your phone to it. It's gonna redirect them to Rick Astley. Never gonna give you up.
You're definitely gonna get a lot of good media coverage with
Oh
that.
yeah, dude, the internet would love me. But see, again, this is kind of going on like the good and bad thing though. I would do that, but I'll only do it to really bad people. Daryl Brooks, like pedophiles. Like I'm not gonna just target some random person at Target. Maybe,
Maybe.
but not like that's not gonna be like my main thing, you know?
Maybe if like someone is a dick to you in Target.
Yeah,
Someone like cuts in front of you in the line.
right. But I'm not just gonna go after like some old lady and be like, "Ha, gotcha." There has to be some sort of motive behind it.
You need a reason.
Yeah. Are the pyramids buried? I watched a TikTok about this the other day, actually. And you've seen the pyramids.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen, like, Stonehenge? No, not Easter Island. The big guys. And they, like, dug them up and they found not, like, actual bodies, but,
Like they go down below.
right.
the
Like,
ground.
they found the bodies of the head statues underneath the ground. So what about pyramids? Are pyramids like buried? Is there more to them?
There might be.
Like, because how deep does that sand go before you hit anything like dirt or anything
I
else?
don't know. What are the pyramids like built on?
Sand.
Is it just sand?
Are you listening to us? Are the pyramids built on sand? Yeah.
Well, pyramids were built to be tombs.
Right. The pyramids
I'm
were
sure that
tombs.
some part is underground.
Yeah.
But like the pyramid itself is above ground. I'm sure some of it's underground now because the sand is blown around.
Right, and that's what it was. It's not like they buried the pyramids to keep it, but like as the sand blows around and during like the sandstorms, and also it was like 6,000 years ago. It had to have been buried at some point. Think of like the Washington Monument. That's got a little pyramid at the top.
Yeah.
So now imagine after 6,000 years of sand and shit flying past it, it's going to get buried over time.
I feel like part of the pyramids has to be buried.
It has to be.
Has
But how
to.
much?
That's
What if
the
it is like the
question.
Washington Monument where it's like a giant rectangle and then a little point at the top?
It might be.
Stop judging me, Danielle. You're not even part of this episode.
Or they might be power sources for the Transformers.
I don't think it's for the Transformers,
Transformers built them to terraform Earth.
but I saw something about the pyramids are like similarly structured as Nikola Tesla's free energy source.
I've seen
So
some
that
of
could be a
those
thing.
videos too. There's like a lot of pyramids across the earth that like supposedly line up
Mm-hmm.
with the sun and the stars and all that
So like,
shit.
I'm not opposed to that answer, but how do we unlock it?
How do we harness it?
And again, on TikTok, there's a picture of the Needle Galaxy or something.
I have no idea.
But like, it takes like 600 million light years to see that. So that means we're looking at old pictures of a planet because we are seeing it how it was 600 million light years ago.
It's like that could be gone by the time we see it, technically, right?
Right. So like, when we're looking for life on other planets, and like it might be habitable, like it looks like it might be, but we don't know. Well, maybe it's being habited right now, but we're not going to be able to know because
What if we like found a planet that like looked like it had life on it, like an actual another Earth? So then we went there. When we went there, was like an apocalypse.
right, but that's what I'm saying. It could be because we're seeing it how it was that many light years ago.
Right. There's no way to see like it in real time.
Right, even like the sun. Like if the sun went out, the sun is 8 light minutes away from us. So if the sun went out, we wouldn't know for 8 more minutes.
That's kind of trippy to think
Uh
about.
huh. That's wild. Um. Oh, this is one that I am very passionate about, and you probably don't care. Is retro piracy morally wrong?
What is retro piracy?
So, like, Nintendo. They recently shut down the eShop for the Wii U and the 3DS. So now you cannot download any games for them. The only games that you can play are offline games that don't require an internet access that you physically own or have already downloaded. And in order to preserve that, there are people who pirate these games and they download them and then they give them out to other people. So, like me, I own a copy of Smash Bros. On my Wii U and my 3DS. Let's say you just bought a 3DS and you wanted Smash. You wouldn't be able to buy the game unless you went and got a physical copy of it.
Right.
Now, hypothetically, let's just say there are 0 physical copies. They do not exist. That game was only downloadable. Now, you are either shit out of luck and you cannot play it, or you can go browse forums and find a torrent of it and download it and play it that way.
I don't feel like it's that wrong. I feel like that's kind of okay.
So, morally, it's okay.
I feel like, yeah, if it's like in that situation, it's different if it's like a new game that just came
Right,
out.
I'm not going to torrent 2K23.
Right.
Like, but yeah, that's like
Yeah, if it's
specifically
like
retro.
an old game that like no one's even really making money off of.
Well, and even like the original NES, like the original Mario Bros. That came out on that. Where do you go to get a copy of that? Where do you go to get an NES? They don't make them anymore. They haven't made them in 20 years, 20 plus years.
Yeah, especially like if the game companies aren't doing like that job of making those older games available.
So here's the other thing. On the Switch, they have their Switch Plus subscription, so you get all these basically emulators. It's available on Switch Plus, but you have to pay $80 a year. Is it still morally okay to steal it?
I feel like it is.
Okay. So we're on the right page there. I don't know, that was a hot topic. Because I think it's good. And it preserves the life of the game and it gets other people interested. And Nintendo's argument is that, one, it's theft. And two, they're not making money off of it. But you haven't been making money off of it since you discontinued it and stopped producing and selling it. Plus, like the batteries in these cartridges, if you went to a game store and bought a cartridge, what happens when you go home and you play it for 2 days and then it shits out on you and you can't fix it?
Yeah, I feel like there's nothing wrong with it.
Sweet.
I'm with you.
What if we're actually on our deathbed right now and reliving the life flashing before your eyes?
I feel like it's going by too slow.
Just take me out already. I saw something that when you're dying, your body responds to it as like traumatic stress. So the reason that your life flashes before your eyes is because your brain is going through all of these memories of similar situations you were in, like when you broke your arm or you almost died in a car accident and you didn't, and basically it's trying to relive what it did to prevent you from dying or how to deal with the pain. That makes sense, doesn't it?
That kind of does make sense.
I thought that was really cool. I don't know how true it is. I've never died before, but
I hope that's true.
what if we're living it right now, just day by day? Because maybe something small happens every day that might help.
But then that would take away like free will, wouldn't it?
No, because you're just living memories.
Yeah, so like right now we're just living a memory, so you don't really have a choice in what you do because you've already done it.
Right, but my brain isn't perceiving it like that.
But that's how it would be.
Like, what if I just decided to take out my knife right now and stab you? Right?
But that would be a memory, so that would be something that had already happened.
Right, and this is the moment leading up to that memory.
What if it is?
It might be. I don't plan on stabbing you, but if it happens, I'm sorry. You had one. I couldn't think of anything for it.
I couldn't either. I was trying to think of something that would be like, well, the question is, you only have one sentence to say.
For the rest of your life.
I was trying to think of like something that'd be useful.
See, and I am not trying to think of anything useful. Mine would be like, give me bacon. Have you ever had bacon and been pissed off?
I don't think
Have you ever had bacon and been upset?
I don't think so.
If you were upset and crying your eyes out and then made bacon, would you feel better?
I would definitely feel better.
That's mine. You can't take it.
I don't know, maybe I'm gonna go with shut the fuck up.
Solid. But what happens like if you're at a job interview for like the super high company?
Just answering all his questions with shut the fuck up.
So where do you see yourself in 12 years?
Shut the fuck up.
Or like mine is, give me some bacon.
I mean, that might work.
Can you say it in like different attitudes, or is it just like...
No, you can say it in whatever attitude you want.
So you can kind of get the point across. Like if you're joking, be like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Okay. My last one is, what is your favorite dairy product?
Now, is this my favorite, or like you can only keep one?
We'll turn it into a two-part question. What's your favorite?
I might have to go with like a milkshake.
Why?
I don't know. I like milkshakes.
I'm going
Chocolate
with
shake.
cheese.
Cheese would not be my favorite.
It's so versatile, though.
But I think cheese would be the one that I'd keep.
Same. But like, think about it. You got mac and cheese. What's the main thing on a pizza?
Cheese.
Grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese.
I mean, what can you have with a milkshake?
Not much, but I think that'd be my favorite. That or like any type of ice cream.
Cheese curds.
Cheese curds.
I think you should maybe broaden it to ice cream.
We'll broaden it to ice cream then. Because, I mean, ice cream is a milkshake, right?
Ice cream is in a milkshake. But also, I think you
With
need
ice
milk
cream.
for that. But you know what makes ice cream? Milk. You could say that your favorite dairy product is milk.
That's such a cop out, though.
Is it?
Isn't milk the dairy, though?
Probably.
So by like saying dairy product, you mean like milk product.
Yeah, I guess. So should we do dairy product, not milk?
Yeah, I feel like you can't pick milk.
Alright, I'm still going with cheese.
I would keep cheese. I feel, life would be so miserable if cheese just like disappeared.
Yeah.
No pizza, no mac and cheese.
True. What about like vegetable? Favorite vegetable?
I like carrots. Ew. Like I don't know. I fuck with like some baby carrots.
Are we considering like corn and potatoes, or are we considering those like a starch and a grain, like what they actually are?
I feel like a potato's not a vegetable.
Okay. I'm going with peas.
Peas.
I fuck with peas, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't.
That's like the only vegetable I eat.
Peas?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're okay.
Peas and... So I hate onions. But I either like them super, super, super tiny, like how McDonald's has them, or onion rings.
Onion rings are pretty good.
But I don't eat them, like... Because all it is a deep fried onion. But I won't eat it on like a burger. Like if they just gave me an onion, won't do it.
I feel like it's okay sometimes.
Only if it's super diced like McDonald's. Minced.
I like tomatoes too.
Ew.
What's wrong with tomatoes?
All it is, it's like... it's... Well, lettuce is crunchy water.
Pretty much.
Tomato is like red, mushy water with a hint of iron.
I mean, if that's how you want to put it.
That's how it is.
Bell peppers too. Those are pretty good.
I like the flavor of peppers. I don't like the texture of them, so I don't eat them. But like, if something is cooked in them,
Then you do.
no,
No?
I still won't eat it. Like I'll eat the meal because I like the flavor of peppers, but I'll avoid the pepper chunks. Like chili, great. Don't eat the chunks.
Interesting.
Same with like onions. I like the flavor. I don't like the texture.
Texture.
Same with
of it.
mushrooms.
I like mushrooms.
Mushrooms scare me though. I refuse to touch them. If I'm like walking in a field and I see a mushroom, I will actively walk around it because it scares me and I don't know why.
You're scared to like go near them?
Yeah, it's just gross because it's like a yucky fungus. Quit rolling your eyes over there. You don't even like water, okay? Shut up. Well, we're at an hour almost. Gonna wrap it?
Surprised we made it to an hour.
Me too. Should we wrap it?
I think we shall.
Okay, that's it. Thanks for listening.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Buy our merch.
Buy our merch. Join our Discord. Follow our Instagram. We don't have an Instagram. I meant to say TikTok. Right? TikTok, merch, Discord.
The Twitter that's not active.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm giving up on that. Bye.
Bye.